Hello students, I am Dr. Sanjay Kumar, Assistant Professor Medicine Department, GMC Bettiah. Today's topic is acute rheumatic fever. Acute rheumatic fever is multi-system disease resulting from autoimmune reaction to infection with group A streptococci. It usually affects children, most commonly between 5 to 15 years of age. It affects many parts of body. Almost all resolve completely, but cardiac valvular lesion, that is rheumatic heart disease, is persist after other features have disappeared. Now the pathogenesis of acute rheumatic fever. It is immune-mediated delayed response to infection with a specific strain of group A streptococci which have antigen that cross-react with cardiac myosin sarcolemmal membrane protein. Antibody produced against streptococcal antigen leads to inflammation in the endocardium, myocardium and pericardium as well as skin and joints. Histologically, there is fibrinoid degeneration in collagen of connective tissue. There is a soft nodule which is found only in heart. It is pathognomic of acute rheumatic fever. It is seen in subacute and chronic phases of rheumatic carditis. It is made by multinucleated giant cell surrounded by macrophages and lymphocyte. Now the clinical feature of acute rheumatic fever. 2 to 3 weeks after an episode of streptococcal pharyngitis, there is fever, anorexia, lethargy and joint pain. Other features include rashes, carditis and neurological changes. There may be no history of sore throat, and the features of acute rheumatic fever develop. Now the arthritis. It is most common major manifestation when the antibody titer is high. It is found in 60 to 75% of cases. The joint is acute, painful and asymmetrically involved. There is migratory inflammation of joint. That means the pain and inflammation moving from one joint to another over a period of hours. The joint is red, hot, tender and swollen. The involvement of more than one joint is polyarthritis. Large joint affected, typically knee, ankle, hip, elbow and wrist. Arthritis present from a day to 4 weeks and respond to aspirin. If the arthritis does not respond to aspirin, then the diagnosis is doubtful. The arthralgia is present, which is without objective sign of joint inflammation. Now the carditis. Carditis is present in 50 to 60% of cases, and there is pericarditis if there is involvement of pericardium, myocardium and endocardium to varying degree. The incidence of carditis decline with age, and the patient present with breathlessness due to heart failure or pericardial effusion. There is chest pain, palpitation, tachycardia and cardiomegaly. The mitral valve is almost always affected. First there is MR which is diagnosed as soft systolic murmur. A soft mid-diastolic murmur, that is called Caricum murmurs, is also present due to valvulitis, means inflammation of the mitral valve. AR present in, that is aortic regurgitation in 50% of cases. Tricuspid and pulmonary valve is rarely involved. The early valvular lesion is regurgitation, but over ensuing year, usually as a result of recurrent episode of acute rheumatic fever, the leaflet, mitral valve leaflet thickened, there is scarring and calcification that lead to stenosis. Now the pericarditis, there is chest pain, pericardial friction rub and precordial tenderness. There is cardiac failure due to myocardial dysfunction or valvular regurgitation. due to myocardial inflammation that affect electrical conduction pathway that lead to PR interval prolongation, that is first degree AV block. There may be ST and T wave changes and softening of first heart sound. Neurological manifestation that is lead to Sydenham's chorea, that is sunt vitus dance. It is present in 2 to 30% of cases. It is late neurological manifestation, appear at least 3 months after the episode of acute rheumatic fever, when all other signs disappeared. It is more common in female. The first feature is emotional lability, followed by purposeless, involuntary choreoform movement of hand, feet or face. Speech may be explosive and halting. Chorea usually resolve within 6 weeks. Skin lesion, it is present in less than 5% of cases, that is erythema marginatum. Lesion start as red macules with clear center and red at margin. It is found mainly on trunk and proximal extremity, not on face. Subcutaneous nodule, a small painless firm nodule that is less than 0.5 to 2 centimeter in size and found beneath the skin, overlying bony prominences over the extensor surfaces. Appear 2 to 3 weeks after the onset of disease. The subcutaneous nodule is usually associated with carditis and it lasts for few days to 3 weeks. Now the diagnosis of acute rheumatic fever. Diagnosis made by using revised Jones criteria. It is based upon 2 or more major manifestation or 1 major and 2 or more minor manifestation, along with evidence of preceding streptococcal infection. Major manifestation include carditis, polyarthritis, chorea, erythema marginatum, subcutaneous nodule. Minor manifestation include fever, arthralgia, previous rheumatic fever, raised ESR or CRP, that is C-reactive protein, leukocytosis, first degree AV block, and plus supporting evidence of preceding streptococcal infection include recent scarlet fever, raised anti-streptolysin O titer, that is ASO titer, or other streptococcal antibody titer, that is anti-DNase B ADB titer, and positive throat culture. ASO titer having age-specific reference rates. It is more than 200 in adult and more than 300 in children. Now the treatment of acute rheumatic fever. First, there is bed rest. Bed rest lessens joint pain and reduces cardiac workload. The duration of bed rest guided by symptom including temperature, leukocyte count and ESR, and the bed rest continue till these have settled. Antibiotic, single dose of benzathine penicillin G, which is given IM in dose of 12 lakh unit in adult, and in children less than or equal to 27 kg of weight is 6 lakh unit IM. Phenoxymethyl penicillin given orally 500 mg twice in adult and 250 mg in children equal or less than 27 kg of weight, or amoxicillin 50 mg per kg of body weight, maximum 1 gram for 10 days. If the patient is penicillin allergic, erythromycin or cephalosporin can be used. Aspirin. For arthritis, aspirin is used. The arthritis respond to aspirin within 24 hours, and it also confirms the diagnosis. The starting dose of aspirin is 60 mg per kg of body weight in children and 4 to 8 gram per day in adult, divided into 6 to 8 doses. When acute symptoms subside, dose reduced to 60 to 70 milligram per kg per day for 2 to 4 weeks. The toxicity of aspirin is the toxicity produced by aspirin is nausea, tinnitus, deafness, vomiting, tachypnea, and acidosis. Corticosteroid. The role of corticosteroid is controversial, but it provides more symptomatic relief than aspirin and indicated in carditis or severe arthritis. The most commonly used corticosteroid is prednisolone, that is used in 1 to 2 milligram per kg per day and maximum 80 milligram in divided doses up to maximum of 3 weeks. Treatment of chorea. Mild chorea is managed by providing calm environment. Severe chorea is treated by carbamazepine or sodium valproate. The response to carbamazepine or sodium valproate seen after 1 to 2 weeks. The carbamazepine or sodium valproate continue 1 to 2 weeks after the symptoms subside. The intravenous immunoglobulin is also used for treatment of chorea, and in a study it provides rapid resolution from the chorea. It is used in severe chorea or refractory to other treatment. Now the prognosis of acute rheumatic fever. Untreated acute rheumatic fever lasts in 12 weeks. With treatment, patient discharged within 1 to 2 weeks. Inflammatory marker monitor every 1 to 2 weeks until they normalized. Echocardiogram preferred after 1 month to determine progression of carditis. Now the prevention of acute rheumatic fever. Primary prevention, primary prophylaxis, that is timely and complete treatment of group A streptococcus sore throat with antibiotic. Secondary prevention, mainstay of controlling ARF and rheumatic heart disease is secondary prevention. The patients are susceptible to further attack of rheumatic fever if another streptococcal infection occur. It is done best with benzathine penicillin G. It is given 12 lakh unit or 6 lakh in adult and 6 lakh unit in children less than or equal to 27 kg of weight. It is given IM every month or in 3 weeks or in 2 weeks, depending upon the risk. If compliance is in doubt, then oral penicillin V, that is phenoxymethyl penicillin 250 mg twice a day. If the patient is penicillin allergic, then sulfadizine or erythromycin 250 mg twice may be used. American Heart Association recommendation for duration of secondary prophylaxis. It depends upon the category of patient. It depends upon the category of patient. The duration of prophylaxis depends upon the category of patient. If the patient have rheumatic fever without carditis, then the duration of prophylaxis with benzathine penicillin G is for 5 years after last attack or 25 years of age, whichever is longer. If the category of patient is rheumatic fever with carditis but no residual valvular lesion, then the duration of prophylaxis is for 10 years after last attack or 21 years of age, whichever is longer. If the category of patient is rheumatic fever with persistent valvular disease, which is evident clinically or echocardiographically, then duration of prophylaxis is for 10 years after last attack or 40 years of age, whichever is longer. Sometimes lifelong prophylaxis is given. This one is last for today. Thank you.